Good morning, this is Lucinda from Showbiz Subway. Thank you very much for joining us for our latest webinar. Today's webinar is regarding your judges and your stewards. So you should be able to see the PowerPoint presentation. We see the lovely Albert Johnson, who is our judge, and he's also a member as well. So if we just go to the next screen. The purpose of these webinars is to give you an idea of what the end users will see as well as the show users, so you get both perspectives, so you can see exactly like when your judges log in or when your customers, your trade stand holders, everything like that, you can see exactly what they see. So you get a bit of an example of how they see the system as well as how you see it yourself. Can we just get everyone to mute any microphones or any phones, because we've had issues with feedback in the past. We've got the chat option at the bottom of the GoToMeeting screen, so during the webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box. I'll try and keep an eye on them, but if I don't see them at the end, there'll be just the questions and answers, so I can have a look at them then. And as always, the session is being recorded, so we can then put that onto Zendesk, so you can then see that at a later date. If you can't attend any, they're all recorded and ready, so you can see them anytime you've got any availability, because I know you're all incredibly busy with the really different shows. So yeah, we've got that ready, so if you ever need to see them, you can. So today is the 5th of our current session. All the previous 4 webinars are recorded on Zendesk. If you want me to send you a link, I can. But with the weekly invites, I send around, there's a link at the bottom. If you go to that, then you'll be able to see the other ones in there as well, but if not, just give us a yell and I can easily send you a link. So as I mentioned, today is regarding your judges and stewards. Next week we've got the visitors and followers, so this will give you an example of all the new e-tickets we've got within the system. We've got the Twitter, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. I can show you, I'll give you an example of that during the system, during today's webinar, because the judges, that's linked in with it, but it'll give you an example of how we're trying to integrate the system with all the different social media out there, because I know a lot of people are now interested in that. So what we'll do, so if you go and have a look at the system, I'll just change the screen over, bear with me a moment. I'll change that. So what I'll do just quickly, it's right, my system's decided to be really slow. So you should now be able to see, okay, perfect. The screen you're now seeing is our made-up show site. So the Morshire County Show is our demo show website. Just to give you an example of how it could look within your show. So this is our Morshire County Show website. So we've got Showbiz 5 linked with it. So at the minute you're just seeing the main homepage. So you've got all the different options at the top. You've got login, you've got the sponsors, trade stands, and that will take you straight through to the Showbiz 5 links in with it. So at the bottom you can see through, you've got the tickets. So this could be your own website, and you can put the links through. You can either have a link to go to Showbiz, or we can also integrate it within, it's called an iframe. So I can quickly show you that. So if we do we go to tickets, we buy a ticket. So this is an iframe, so you see the Showbiz site within your actual website. So you have the option of that as well. So that's the integrated iframe. So you've got that option as well as just having a link to go through, so either or. So what we'll do, we'll go and log in. So Albert, our lovely judge, has decided to log into the system. Let's do that again, sorry. There you go, perfect. So if we log in as Albert Johnson, we've already got him saved, but everyone's got their own passwords. So we can log it in as him. The first thing he sees when he logs in is his dashboard. Everyone has their own dashboard. It has all the information in that they need regarding the different information. So if they're sponsors, they'll have the sponsorship application, web widget, messages, tickets, everything like that. It's all shown here. There are quite a few different widgets, but if people don't have items within that, the widget doesn't show. So if they haven't got any trade stands, the trade stand widget won't show. So it is very much exactly what you need it to see. So what we can do, we can go through and have a look. So as Albert is our judge, we can see that he's got the My Roles. So within here you've got the different roles. So as you can see, it's got quite a few different judging tasks within the show. Some of these he's accepted, some he's declined, and then there's also proposed, so he hasn't accepted or declined. So the way this gets into the system, what we can show you is within Showbiz itself. So as a show user will log in. So I'm now logged in as a show user. Down the left hand side you see all the different options, different modules. So it has a lot more than Albert, who only has the 2 options of his dashboard and the shop. So what we can do, we can go to the schedule. Then we can load it, and what we're going to do, we're going to invite him to judge another class. So we're going to go to the heavy horses, the young handler, and then we're going to go to the young handler ages 8 to 15. So if we edit that, you can then see within the system we've got all the different information regarding that class, and then we've got the roles. So within here, you've got all the information. You've got the judging details and briefing details, so you've got the information regarding the times. So what we want to do, we want to add a role. So Albert is our judge, so we'll use the role as judge. If not, you can have the steward judge, going to be proposed, and then we're going to start typing. So as long as your judges are contacts on the system, they'll be able to find it. You can then save that. The system will then show that he's proposed as a judge, and then you can also see you've got all the prizes and trophies linked to that show, so when he's judging he can then award these prizes and the trophy. So what we're now going to do, we're going to save that class. So now when we go back to Albert's widget on his dashboard, we refresh that, we can now see at the very bottom, this is the new class that he's been invited to. So this is the young handler aged 8 to 15 years old, class number 4. So what we're going to do, he's going to go in and he's going to say, right, I want to accept the judging. Press save, and then the system will then send a message to the show saying Albert has accepted the role. We can then go back to the show side of it, go and have a look at that one, and straight away when you open it, go to the roles, you can see that Albert has accepted the role as the judge on that class. So it's really quick and easy. It's a quick way to get your judges invited, accepted, declined, so you don't have to wait for paperwork and everything like that. So it's a quick and easy way to get your judges accepted. And also with stewards, so exactly the same with the stewards, they get the same message saying you've been invited to be a judge or steward and all that sort of thing. So now if we have a look, so the day of the show comes around, we go back to the login as Albert. So Albert is out on the show site. He's now judging the young handler class, which is class 4. He said, right, okay, so he's judged it. He's also got the My Show Day widget. This will basically show him all the classes that he's got to judge. He can then either type just a number, or if you want to, if you don't want to refine it, he can see all of his different roles under there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the young handler, and you can see that there are 3 entrants for this class. So what Albert can do, he can go through and assign the prizes. So if you want to do second prize, first prize and third prize. That will then also show you the points that are awarded for the class, for the placings, and then you can show if it's been paid on the day or if they've not turned up. All that is there. You've also got trophies. So if you have a trophy for that class, you can also, your judge Albert can also assign that. You can then assign that to whichever of the people that are there. And then if you have any other class payments as well, if, say, for instance, you have a premium, you can then assign those within here as well. It's entirely up to you. The show user can use that later. And then we've got the picture and publish. This is a new bit within the system. Well, the whole My Show Day, the judges couldn't do this out in the field previously, but this is where they can upload pictures of the winner. So what we can do, we can either drag and drop it, or we can click to select the file. So I've got a picture, so I'm going to quickly upload that. So here is the winner of the class. The show or the judge can't press publish because of the fact that it needs to be authorised by the show user. So there's a 2-level authentication on this, or basically there's 2 stages to be able to get this onto the social media. So you can't just quickly post it and incorrectly post the incorrect picture, prize, that sort of thing. So it gives you a 2-stage check before it gets published. So what we can do, social media is also locked out. So if we do the complete the class, so that's now completed. So we can then go back to this show user, and once that's been updated, the system will then let the show user know that that one's been completed. We can then go into the prizes, either use the show day widget as well, or we can go to the enter results within the schedule. You can then see that for the young handler, you've got the prizes there, the trophies there, and then you've also got any other class payments. You can see the picture. So the show user can then have a look at the picture, make sure they're happy with it. Fantastic, they want to publish that. And then they can complete the class, press save. This will then unlock social media. So now you've got the option to add specific results text, so you can set that up previously. So if you want to use a similar text each time, you can. You can add the first 4 images, and then we can say the winners are, so we can have a look at the prizes. So we've got Perry, Penny and Tops. So we can say, type in here, congratulations to Penny. So it's Perry, this one first. To Perry, who has won first prize in the 15 years. I can type it in. Years class. So that information, you can put whatever text you want in there, and then you can press post to social media. The system will then go away and then post that to the social media that you've got set up. It will show you the time that it was posted to and which platform it was posted to and by whom. So we can then go and have a look at our Twitter page. It's on there, we go. Cool. So we go to our Twitter page, refresh that, and then straight away you've got the picture of the winner, the text that you've put in there, and then you can see the other previous posts as well. If you've also got a sponsor for that class, you can also upload their logo as well, so it gives even more emphasis on your sponsorship. And the people that have paid additional money to sponsor the classes, you can then get your their image, and then like thank you to Craft Brewery for sponsoring this class. So you've got a lot more information, so they get a lot more value for money, and they'll love it because of the fact it's all over Twitter, and then they can repost it, and they're reposting the fact that they're a sponsor. You've got your system on Twitter, everything like that. So it's a really good way to show that information. You also get the results on your results portal within Showbiz 5. Showbiz 4 didn't have a very good results portal, whereas Showbiz 5 has a lot better one. So what we can do, we can go back to the More Shire site. So if we have a look at this one, and we've got the different options in here. So if we go to the results, so here's the results. So if we go to the heavy horses, young handler, and then as you can see, you've got the heavy horse of the year. So at the minute, because we haven't posted it, it's not showing online. So you have the option to either show classes online or not. So if we go back to the system, we can go to publish a schedule. So you can then go through, and if you want to select everything to publish, you can publish it. And then when you get back to the results, you should then see on the young handler, we've now got the class we've just added in, so that's young handler aged 8 to 15. The image is there straight away, and when you click on it, you can see the winners, their catalogue number, and the prize money as well. So it's really quick and easy to use. The system's there to help you reduce time that you have to manage this. So straight away you've posted to your social media and your results portal at the same time in a couple of clicks. So that will help you out. We've also got the trade stand portal as well as your sponsorship portal, so within the different modules. So within these, you've always got the search boxes. So if you wanted to search for a trade stand, a sponsor, or a result, you can search them. So for these, you've got the like Steam Days, Cakes by Rose, Ruby Wax Jackets. So the system is there to help you and reduce the administration you have, because if people phone up going, can you tell me, you can always point them straight to the portals. And so if you have a look at this portal, it will give you all the information you need. So yeah, so a lot more people will be able to find more information online. So here's, say, like our sponsorship one as well, and then with the results, you can search as well. So if you wanted to look for Perry, you can then have a look for Perry. And then you can see which one, there's sort of like, you've got different options of Perry, so you can click that, and then that'll take you back to that page. So the system has got a lot of additional uses to what Showbiz 4 had, so it's a lot quicker to use. Everything's in one place, so you can literally just click it, and then you can post it to your social media, your results, and everything like that. Your judges can use if you've got the Wi-Fi and everything in the field, they can go out and they can put the results, the judges or stewards can put the results onto straight away. Or if you want to, they can come back, bring the full, if you've got the judges books which the system will produce for you, you can send them out like they've done in the past, fill them out, bring them back, and then your show user can upload it. It's entirely up to you how you want to use it, but the system's set up that they can either manually do it on like an iPad or a phone. They can go out, put results in, take a picture, upload it straight away, and then they can go back to the show, and then they can double check it, make sure they're happy with it before they then post it onto the to live websites and social media. That gives you a quick overview of your judging and stewards. Does anybody have any questions regarding that? Go back to your, I'll quickly go back to, go back to the PowerPoint. So do you have any questions? So as I mentioned earlier, next week's webinar is regarding your visitors and followers. That's all like on social media, e-tickets and that sort of thing. Okay, we've had a question regarding the link between the show and the judges. So yeah, so when the judges are invited to become a judge, you have the option that if you wish to send them a letter or an email, you can tick their name and then send them an email straight from the system. that will then log it on their contact record. The system will then also send them a message saying you've been invited to become a judge or steward. They will then see that in the messages. So the system will then, once the judge has been accepted, the message then goes back to the show as well saying, like, Albert Johnson has accepted. So you've got the communication between the two, so you know exactly what's going on, and you're not sort of like thinking there, hold on, has Albert accepted? I have to go back in to check. The system will then advise you as to what the stage is and who's accepted or declined necessarily. Have you got any other questions? No? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for your time, much appreciated it. Hopefully we'll see you next week for the visitors and followers, but if not, everything is recorded on the Zendesk. If you need the link, let me know. But yeah, if you've got any questions about Showbiz 4 or Showbiz 5, give myself and Angela a call. Angela is our additional customer service representative, and she's here more for the Showbiz 5, but I can help with both, so just give us a call if you've got any questions. Thank you very much, have a good weekend, and hopefully see you next week. Thank you, bye.